Let's stop acting as if women are impossible to understand. They're not. They're emotional, fascinating, beautiful, and yes, complex beings. But believe me, they also have weaknesses. And if you know where to look, you can discover exactly what melts them, what drives them to seek you out, and what keeps them up at night thinking about you. This isn't about tricks or manipulation. It's about noticing those real details that most men overlook. Because while many try too hard, the smartest know how to hit the right spots. Those subtle emotional triggers that go deep. In this video, we're going to break down the 9 main female weaknesses that every man should know. Some will surprise you, others will make you smile with confidence, and others will make you wish you had understood them much sooner. We're going straight to the point, no frills, no filters, just pure stoic power combined with essential understanding. First, the confidence that doesn't ask for permission. Let's be clear, women are attracted to confidence, but not the loud, flashy, or attention-seeking kind. We're talking about that quiet, firm, unwavering confidence. The man who walks into a room without seeking applause, the one who never questions whether he's enough because he already knows. That's where the weakness lies. Most men seek validation, constantly showering compliments, trying to prove they're different, but women detect that neediness immediately. True confidence doesn't justify itself or strive to show off. And that rarity is incredibly attractive. It's the man who doesn't flinch when she tests him, the one who doesn't fill the silences with nervousness, the one who speaks when he chooses, not when he feels pressured. She can feign control, she can play hard to get, but when a man remains steadfast without ego and effort, it unsettles her. Why? Because her feminine energy tends to yield to strength, not brute force, but emotional strength. The man who remains grounded, takes initiative, and exudes confidence without overdoing it, lives in her mind, without even trying. So stop trying so hard, stand tall, walk calmly, talk less, and let your presence say what you don't need to express with words. That's one of her favorite weaknesses. Second, feeling understood without having to explain everything. The reality is that many women are tired of constantly having to explain themselves, of saying I'm fine and not being believed, of having every emotion misinterpreted. One of their greatest weaknesses is a man who understands without needing lengthy explanations. You don't have to be a mind reader, just be present. Observe when he falls silent, perceive the changes in his tone, sense when his energy shifts. Most men don't notice because they're too busy thinking about what to say next. But when you pause, look at her and say something like, "Something's not right. Talk to me whenever you're ready." Something changes. She feels, "This man sees me. I don't have to pretend." And at that moment, the barriers come down. Because women don't fall in love only with those who impress them, but with those who make them feel understood. So don't try to fix everything or offer quick fixes. Simply connect with what she's feeling. That connection is rare and profoundly powerful. Third, the masculine silence at the right moment. There's something most men never learn. Silence is a tool, not ignoring or being indifferent. It's a conscious silence that says, I'm not reacting, I'm observing. In a world full of noise, a man who knows when to be quiet has power. He doesn't chase, he doesn't justify himself. He doesn't need to win arguments. He simply observes and waits. That calm is magnetic because it conveys control. She's used to men reacting, losing control, or trying to impose their will. But when she unleashes an emotional storm and is met with calm, she's trapped without fully understanding why. Your silence makes her question things, leads her to reflect, and returns her to her natural energy while you remain steadfast in yours. That's where the attraction grows, because you're no longer someone trying to impress, but someone who stands firm no matter what. And that's something many women long for, to be able to lean on a calm strength when everything becomes chaotic. Fourth, initiative without fear of rejection. Many men freeze up thinking, what if she rejects me? But one of the biggest weaknesses is a man who acts decisively without asking permission. It's not about being intrusive, but about leading naturally. The man who proposes, who invites, who decides without depending on approval. That breaks down barriers because it communicates something clear. I don't need your validation, but I want you to be with me. That energy is attractive because while others hesitate, the one who takes action awakens a deep desire. It's not perfection that impacts, it's certainty. Fifth, independence. Real desire. Many believe they must center their lives around her to attract her. But this is a mistake. One of her hidden weaknesses is discovering that you don't depend on her attention. A man with purpose, projects, and his own life becomes magnetic because he demonstrates that he is whole. Women don't want to be the center of your existence. They want to be part of a life that already has direction. When she notices that you enjoy your time alone and that your happiness doesn't depend on her, something clicks. She wonders why you don't need her, and that's where the attraction grows. Sixth, subtle unpredictability. Nothing kills attraction faster than emotional routine. If you always act the same, are always available, and never change, you become predictable. But one of her most intense weaknesses is the man who blends stability with surprise. It's not manipulation, it's keeping the spark alive. An unexpected message, a different plan, or even an unusual silence awakens her mind. Mystery fuels her imagination, and that's where attraction blossoms. When she can't anticipate your moves, she remains in a constant state of anticipation. Seventh, calmness in the midst of conflict. When tension arises, many react with anger or defensiveness. But the man who remains serene even in chaos generates a powerful attraction. His breathing is calm, his voice firm, his words measured. He doesn't need to impose himself. His calmness does it for him. That stability is disarming because, faced with emotional intensity, he finds balance. And in that contrast, something very valuable emerges: security. The man who doesn't break becomes a refuge, and a refuge is not easily forgotten. Eighth, the gaze that goes beyond the superficial. Some see only the obvious, but there is a type of man who observes more deeply. He notices details, listens to what is unsaid, perceives the invisible. When she feels that you truly see her, that you pierce the surface and connect with her essence, something within her opens up. That attention cannot be faked. It is authentic presence. And feeling truly seen is so rare that it becomes addictive. In a world of superficial glances, the one who sees beyond becomes unforgettable. Ninth, a passion for something bigger than herself. Many men put women at the center of everything, and while it may seem flattering at first, it becomes a burden over time. On the other hand, one of her strongest weaknesses is a man with purpose, with a mission, with something that drives him. When she sees that you are focused on building, creating, and growing, she feels an attraction that's hard to explain. She senses that your inner fire doesn't depend on her validation. She wants to be part of that energy, not its source. And therein lies the key. A man who lives with purpose ignites the passion of those around him. Let your silence speak for you. It often says much more.